Okay, in this video I want to talk to you guys about saw maintenance. What we have here is a PowerMac 610 McCulloch. I bought this saw from the original owner. It's a one-owner saw. It was only used to cut firewood. I think it's in great shape for that. Guy bought this brand new back whenever they made these saws. But we're talking about maintenance. One thing that you need to keep up with is your air filter. Because look at this thing. There's no screen to it whatsoever. I mean, there's a screen there, but there's nothing that's going to keep the debris from going down into your carburetor. I have not used this saw to cut like extensively. I've done like cut tests and stuff like that just to make sure that it's got the power that it needs. But I came back in to the garage and I took an air compressor. I cleaned it off. I cleaned the air filter off. I cleaned the inside of the carburetor compartment out. So I didn't have to worry about that. This is a weird looking saw, honestly, but we're talking about chainsaw maintenance. Sorry it's taking so long to get this thing to go back down. Number one, take care of your air filter. If it has a big hole or something like that in it, get rid of it and get you an aftermarket one. I have seen people, like the older saws, they'll take a coffee filter and they'll lay it out on there and they'll glue it to the rubber pieces on the actual filter itself, and it actually works. I'm not gonna say that's like, you know, that's the greatest method, but it's the cheapest method, and especially if you can't find one for the particular saw that you do have. Always make sure that your chain brake works, because I've seen a lot of videos where people have got hurt. I have actually witnessed myself what a chainsaw does to your body when it hits you. So make sure that your chain brake works. Another thing, you know, if you're new to chainsaws, this is what this video is all about. Sharpen your chain. Don't go out and cut with a dull chain, because you will regret it. It will smoke through the wood. Sometimes it won't even cut. Sometimes you'll just think, oh man, that thing's junk. Sharpen your chain. Learn how to sharpen your chain. If you don't know how, get someone that knows how. But me, myself, I had to sit down and actually learn how to sharpen my own chain. I worked for Asplin for almost 5 years. And for like the first couple of years, I had no idea how to sharpen a chain. So one day I just sat down, I started sharpening the chain, and I got the angle right on it. You know, I guess the chainsaw god shined the light down on me. Number two, take care of your chain brake. Make sure that it works. Number three, sharpen your chain. Use a good chain. Bar maintenance goes right along with your chain. Over time, your bar will have burrs on it, like right here on the top of the bar. It'll have a place like it's rolled over on the bar itself, and it'll feel sharp when you touch it, and it'll probably cut you too. This one's not really in it. Yeah, there's a little bit of place there, but it's not that bad. This was a modified one that I did. But take care of your bar and your chain. Make sure you sharpen your chain before you even use it. If you're one of those guys that never hits the dirt, I've dug ditches. I'm not going to lie about it, but you know, not everybody's perfect, you know, when it comes to a chainsaw. When you store a chainsaw, the best thing that I know to do is empty all the gas out of it. The bar oil, I don't think you really have a problem with bar oil unless you store it somewhere where it's going to be cold. And I don't have to worry about that. I have mine in my garage, so I don't have to worry about that. A lot of people have tool sheds like out from their house, and they store their stuff like that, like their lawnmowers and stuff. But if I lived in a colder place, well, colder climate, I would probably empty the bar oil. But you know, empty your gas. And another thing, whenever it comes time to actually start using your saw again, more like in the springtime, or if you use it a lot to cut firewood and stuff like that and you haven't used it for a while, get it out, crank it a few times. I've actually seen people take their gas lines completely out, blow them out, put them back in, make sure your gas filter's like not clogged up, stuff like that. Some saws have a oil filter like this one. Focus. It's not wanting to focus. Well, you get the gist. This is an oil filter, actually out of a Husqvarna. A lot of saws actually have this, but I've seen people take these out, put them in gas, let them soak, and then blow them out with an air compressor, and they work fine. Another thing, spark plug. Make sure it's not covered completely in gas, because you know, more likely your saw's flooded. I've seen a lot of people just take the spark plug out and spray it with starter fluid and take a lighter and burn the crud off of it. It actually works. I've done it a few times. And put it back in the saw, fires right up, no problem. If you're one of those people that uses a chainsaw around water, here's my best advice. Always pack a saw wrench on you that takes the spark plug out. This goes right along with two-stroke dirt bikes too, and two-stroke four-wheelers, because I've seen it actually done. And I've actually done this to a chainsaw a few times myself. If you drop it in water and it submerges itself in water, the water is going to get into the motor because you got an exhaust. The best thing to do is take the spark plug out, crank it a few times till the water comes out of the cylinder and there's no more water coming out of it. Put your spark plug, well, blow your spark plug off, stick your spark plug back in there and crank it until it starts. It's going to smoke a little bit, but it will run. I've done it myself. I've witnessed it. But all these steps will actually help you with the chainsaw. I'm not saying that I have like done all these things, but as far as like maintenance goes, I've took the gas out, I've took the bar oil out, I've cleaned my air filters, I've cleaned my bar and my chain, I have cleaned my spark plug, I've cleaned just take a air compressor after using it one time, you know, take an air compressor and blow all the crap off of it, get the crud off of it, you know. I'm just one of those guys that likes a clean chainsaw. I don't know why. I just do. Because that's the first thing I do whenever I buy a chainsaw from someone. I take it completely and clean it. I do use starter fluid. I use electric cleaner. I use brake fluid. I know a lot of people use pressure washers and stuff like that. I know somebody that has an industrial dishwasher and he sticks them in that and they and yeah, 120 degrees, yeah, it's gonna peel everything off of it, probably the paint too, but oh well, right. It's a chainsaw. But this is just my opinions. If you've got something down in there that I didn't even talk about or cover in this video, leave the comments below. I will absolutely read them. I love when you guys share my videos. I like people come over from Instagram, and I really do appreciate every comment. Till the next video, you guys have a wonderful day.